Hello and welcome to this video. So we are at Browns Bay Beach right now. It's beautiful. It's actually kind of cloudy and a little bit chilly, but it's great if you're not getting in the water. But yeah, it is time for a little life update because we have a little more idea of what's happening. Not a lot, but a little bit. So I thought I would just hop on here and share. But just as a refresher for anybody that is totally new here and doesn't know what's going on. We moved to New Zealand about 2 years ago, me and my husband and our little baby, and we have absolutely loved it. It has been an incredible 2 years, but my husband's job is the reason that we came over here, and unfortunately that is ending in December, and we've kind of like tried to go back and forth and figure out all these different plans and situations and everything, but ultimately we have decided that we are going back to the US, and yeah, we're really sad about it. But we don't see a lot of other options, honestly, and yeah, I'm just gonna cover a lot of this throughout the whole video. It was a really hard decision to make, and honestly we still kind of go back and forth about it all the time, still to this day. But yeah, there's just not a lot of options here for us. Like, there's not a lot of big orchestras, and this one didn't work out, and so there's nothing here. Whereas in the US, there's tons of auditions happening. And so, I mean, it kind of ultimately comes down to the fact that Billy really wants to play in a professional orchestra, and I want to support that decision. And like, it's just what will make us really happy. So we just have to try to go towards that. We have tried to think of the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, you can get a teaching job, or you can get like a random job, and that will just give us a visa and let us stay here. But we've made the decision, I think, finally and firmly, that we will be going back to the US. So we have so many like plans and then contingency plans, like A, B, C, D, all the way to an unknown letter, because honestly there's just no way of knowing like how it's actually going to work out for us until we get there and then start to try to live the situation. I'm not even going to tell you the plans because we have some very harebrained schemes going on, but again, like, there's no sense in trying to do anything about it until we get there and then we can see how it all works out, because there's a lot of things that are dependent on other people's time schedules and like dates and just, yeah, a lot of that sort of thing. So we actually don't have much of an idea of where we're going and what we're going to be doing. Which is as scary as it sounds. Not gonna sugarcoat that. But there are so many things that I love about New Zealand, and it makes me so sad that we are going to be leaving. But there are so many beautiful things about the US too, and I keep trying to tell myself and remind myself about all the things that I do love about the US, so then it's not so terrible. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I'm excited to see again. First and foremost, like all of our family and all of our friends back home. I have a lot more to say on this subject, but I'll just leave it at that. Like, it's not all sadness, which is a little bit good. I just feel like I have so many thoughts singing through my brain, and this has just been a chaotic and emotional whirlwind of I don't even know. It's just a lot. It's a lot to have to process and try to figure out, and it's not very fun, honestly. But it is what it is. Like, this is what life is. You get curveballs thrown at you and you gotta figure out where to go from there. So talking about like timeline kind of thing. So like, obviously December we're gonna have Christmas, and then a few days later, ideally we'll be having a baby. So that's really nice. I'm very excited and happy that I get to have this baby here, where it's totally free and just really good healthcare and everything. So yeah, we'll be having the baby very early January is the plan. And then after that, we're still waiting for like confirmation about a couple of dates and things before we can make firm decisions on plans and timelines and stuff. But it's looking like anywhere from kind of January to March is when we're thinking of flying back to the US. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's gonna be pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. There's just so much that goes into a move like this, especially because like, it's not only just me and Billy. We're gonna have a newborn. We're gonna have a toddler, which I think is more hard than having a newborn. We have to like pack up and sell everything that we own here. There's just a lot of stress that goes into like all of the financial side of this, because like, his job ends in December. That means we're going to be living the whole rest of that time not rent-free, the opposite. We're paying rent with no income coming in. So there's just like a lot of financial stress and burden, and so just like the physical and emotional drainage that comes with packing up everything that you own and then towing it all across to the other side of the world with 2 young babies in tow. And then there's a ton of fun stress about like, we're going to be moving to another country with no income, with no plans firmly set for an income. So it's just like, you have no way of knowing. anything. I'm saying all this, I'm just being very brutally honest and raw, but we're not totally destitute, and like we do have a lot of little plans going on in the background, so it's not like we're totally empty-handed. It just is not fun. But like, I know that we're gonna be just fine and we're gonna make it work out, and who knows, we have no idea what's gonna happen. And I'm such a planner. I try to plan for all these different eventualities, and it takes up a lot of mental energy and space, but and it's so pointless. But it also gives me a lot of hope. I don't know, it's just something that I really enjoy doing, but it's pointless. Another big thing too is that we absolutely regret nothing about moving out here. Like, this has been an incredible 2 years. We have loved our time here. We have done and seen so much of New Zealand, which is honestly something I'm pretty proud of. We have gone on some pretty epic trips, and we've really taken advantage of our time here, even with COVID and lockdowns and everything, and having a toddler. Like, we pushed through a lot of that and just really took advantage of our time here, and I'm really happy about that. So all that's left now is just to try to focus on having a good rest of the time here, like having a healthy baby and just figuring out our life and just really trying to soak up the last little few months that we do have here, because at least it's summertime and it's gonna be beautiful, and like we're both really looking forward to the last small chunk of time that we have. I hate saying that every time I like pause on it because it just doesn't want to come out of my mouth. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where life takes us, because really we have no idea where we're going to be in 5 years. Are we going to be in US? Are we going to be in Africa? I don't know. And there is something really fun and beautiful about that. On the other hand, I am looking forward to a little bit of stability. I would like to settle down just a wee bit. Something about having the second baby, man, it's just like, it's time. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up here because I want to go enjoy this day with my son and husband. But thank you so much for following along with us this whole time. That's another wonderful thing about this whole like starting this YouTube and coming here. I have just met so many wonderful people through YouTube, and I've just gotten so many like cool opportunities through doing this, and this community that we have on here, like all the friends that we've made and all the comments that we get, it just means so much to us. We really love it. So yeah, even though we're leaving this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful place, I hope maybe will still be interesting. Somebody will still watch us. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, my butt. My butt got wet.